Alright, videos I feel to back with another deck review, and this is the Virtuoso Spring and Summer 2016 edition. As you can see, it's fairly similar to the previous ones, and the explanation from the Virtuoso, I should say, and Huron is basically that they liken it to basically an iPhone, where every year an improved version comes out, but like an iPhone, they don't take the design and completely change it. They just improve on what there is. So it's basically very similar to what we've seen before, but definitely some improvements. And I will say, some people really like this one. Some people don't like it so much in comparison to previous ones. I was probably a little bit overly critical of it at first, but I actually like it now. Anyway, let's get on with it. The front, just like the previous ones, the V on there. And you see the colors for the deck, the yellow, the black, the white, and the gray. More to say on the side with the V, and on the other side it says Virtuoso. Top is yellow with nothing. The bottom says Virtuoso Spring Summer 2016. I don't know why they call it Spring Summer, because there's no fall and winter deck, so why not just call it Virtuoso 2016, And it says designed by Virtuoso in Singapore, made in USA, distributed by the Virts.com, Virtuoso Card Company, etc., etc. The back is just the colors, part a quarter of the back design really, with a V on the flap. And it says designed for cardistry. You think? Anyways, that's the tuck case. You get into the cards. As usual, you get 4 cards that just basically add cards. It says Virtuoso Spring Summer 2016 and Virts.com, and then you get part of the card on the back. Same with the other ones. This one is about cardistry. You can learn more on the website. This one talks about it being designed for cardistry, the geometric patterns and whatnot, and that it has an innovation they call adaptive aesthetics. There's a functional back design that gives the appearance of shifting shapes, swirling lines, and changing colors and connecting patterns to visually accentuate every card flourish you perform. Yay. And borderless adventure. This one talks about it being a borderless deck for the first time ever. Why not? And of course, you can put these cards together. If I can figure out how it goes. It all goes like that. Oh. Put them together and you get a nice little thing. Now, personally, I think it would have been okay if they just would finally, at some point in time, just do this as double-sided ad cards and then throw in 2 jokers, because these decks never come with jokers. Of course, if you reverse this, you get the back design pattern. And this time, the back design actually looks like that because it's borderless. Well, it's pretty cool. Definitely a unique feature of this Virtuoso decks. So, let's move on to the Ace of Spades, which you've seen already. It's a spade made up of basically the back design pattern, triangles with a V in it, and it says Virtuoso Spring Summer 2016 on the bottom. Another added feature to this year's deck is this nice yellow and black strip on the edges here. And then here's the back design. The grays and the yellows and the whites with black, borderless. Court cards, beautiful, just like the previous ones, just recolored and maybe improved a little bit. Hearts and diamonds in this deck have yellow, of course, because that's the color scheme of this deck. I'm not sure what color scheme they're going to use next year, or if they have any ideas. But they're very nice, I like them. Kind of like a modernized court card. I will point out that there is a lot of white space on here that they could have used to put in a suit indicator. Or that perhaps they could have expanded the actual court card image to fill the space more. I think I would have liked to have seen a suit indicator in there. When there's a nice big space like that, why not? It doesn't have to be a massive pip. but just something. And then the number cards, just like last year's, with diagonal pip alignments. Yellow for hearts and diamonds this year. It's definitely a very interesting and unique concept. So let's get on with it. No jokers, of course, like I mentioned, because apparently cardists don't give a crap. The back design actually looks pretty cool. As you can see how the different elements combine. And it's a pretty interesting color scheme, definitely unique. So I will say 5 out of 5. Faces, I like them 100%, 5 out of 5. However, just for the one little comment, and that is using them to play solitaire becomes a little bit tricky because of the diagonal pips, and it makes it a little bit hard to just figure out what's what of it. Could be a 4, could be a 5, who knows. You have to actually count them, look at the indexes, so a little bit harder to identify, but still completely usable. And check out the faces there. And handling wise, it's a USB-C deck, so it's exactly what you would expect from them. It's a embossed linen finish. I believe it is a Aristocrat stock because it's pretty thin, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% certain. For the most part, it handles good, as you would expect. Although I have noticed a little bit of clumpiness, so I'm going to say 4 3/4 out of 5 handling wise. Overall, I'll give it a solid 5 out of 5. It's a good deck. It's usable for whatever you want to use it for. It looks very nice for fanning and spreading. That's what it's designed for. And that is that. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Check out collectible playing cards, playingcards.net, and cardporn.com. All the links and discount codes in the description box below. You save money, you help out these companies, you help out me. It's a win-win situation. That's what I've got. Like I said, comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and check out, of course, the Virts.com for this. See ya.